or as you can see here, today we have concentrated on the naming of complex compound. Complex compound are naming according to IUPAC system. The Franks rules used for naming complex. The rule number 1, cation are always named first followed by anions. Rule number 2, within a complex, the ligands are named first followed by centrometal ions. Rule number 3, a number of same ligands presented must be specified by using following prefix. So there is prefix di, it means 2 ligands, tri means 3, tetra 4, penta 5, hexa 6, and so on. Is rule number 4, name of negative ligands end with suffix o, or neutral retains their name except for some special case like water, we call aqua instead of water, ammonia instead of ammonia, we call it amine. And we see there is carbon monoxide, we call it carbonate, not carbon monoxide. And we have also nitrogen monoxide, we call it nitrocell. And rule number 5, we say anionic complexes are those with the overall negative charge outside the square brackets, end up with the suffix ate. And rule number 6, cationic complexes are those with the overall positive charge outside the squared brackets. The name of centrometal remain unchanged, retains English names. And rule number 7, ligand contain Greek prefix as in acetylene diamine. The prefix bis, tris, tetrakis are used for 1, for 2, 3, and 4 respectively. So how can we go with it? Let's look example. Here we have example of complex. Here's our complex. So we say rule number 1, cation are named first followed by anions. So when you look on our complexes, here there is what? Cation, potassium. So we starting naming potassium. We write here potassium. Also followed by anions, but our anion is complex. When you look over here, these anions are complex. So what can we do? We go to another rule saying within a complex, ligand are named first before centrometal ions. So we started to name ligand, but when we look on our complex, there are 3-4 kinds of ligands. So how can we go with them? So we started looking, we name them according to the alphabetical order. So there's those with which are first alphabetic, means A, B, C, D. So we start with A starting, followed by B, followed by C, followed whatever active, we end up to name all of them. So when you look on our complex, there is amine over there. There is amine here. So there is amine. So we start with the amine, but here there is 2 amine. Look, there is 2 amine. So since there is 2 amine, we use the prefix di to indicate that within that complex there is 2 amine. We say diamine. Also, when we look, there is already chloro. So there is cyano, there is chloro. So how can we start? We start with chloro because cyano it is Cy, while chloro it is CH. So we start with the chloro. That is to chloro. Say amine dichloro. So it becomes potassium diamine dichloro. Start with followed by cyano, dicyano, dinitrocell. Right? So when we come to name, so after naming ligand, we're going to name what? central metal. We look on the kind of central metals, there is a positive and a negative. So complex which are negative have negative outside. This we it's end up with the atom. So if it's iron, it becomes ferrate. But iron is, there are two kinds of ions, iron 3 and iron 3 and iron 2. So how can we determine this iron 3 or iron 2? We find the oxidation state of that iron. After finding oxidation state, as you see, we get 2. Therefore, this is iron 2. So iron 2, it means we indicate 2 here, bracket. So we say he become potassium diamine dichloro dicyano nitrosyl ferrate 2 ions. Ferrate 2 ions. These are become name of